Wait, Daniel, wait.
Tak apa, tak apa.
Okay. Hi, good morning, Miss and our friends. I'm Khathi from MSCCJD, and my friends Daniel, Aleya, Yong, Kheshika, and Vicky. So today I'm going to present about the assignment 1, subject network and computer security. So my group and I present about article 1 and article 2. So article 1 is computer security issue and challenging. And second article is on analysis of security issue of computing. So next slide. Okay, so it's the table of content. I just had a important major content, for example, introduction article on security and challenging issue, like article 2 also, conclusion and our theme. So my part is introduction. So next slide. Okay, the topic security issue and challenging of cool computing is the subject first assignment, and it a requirement used to research and compare to thoroughly. We have several tasks to complete in the assignment 1, including searching for the article about cool computing security issue and challenging, highlighting all of the issue discussed in the article in the report based on article. So the cost of operating and maintaining IT system may be reduced marketing or call requesting. So my point is because the value of system updates a new argument and software may be included in the argument. We may be like to lower operation expenses. We also do not have to pay expensive patches and budget anymore. Cool computing maybe also help you save money and electric on time. So I pass it to Yong. Thank you.
Okay, here is the first article we found about cloud computing security issue and challenges. Okay, next. Okay, cloud computing security issue and challenges. First are the cloud computing encompassing activities such as the use of social networking sites and other forms of computing. Most of the time, cloud computing is concerned with accessing online software application, data storage, and processing power. Okay, and then the public clouds are less secure than the others cloud models. This is because it places an additional burden of ensuring all application and data access on the public cloud are not subjected to malicious attacks. The next security issue is in cloud computing has played a major role in slowing down its acceptance. Despite of all the hype surrounding the cloud, customers are still reluctant to deploy their business in the cloud. Okay, then next I pass to Daniel.
Okay, so private is in a simple term, which means any connections within a specified network wherein restrictions are established to promote a secured environment. As for hybrid network, which is any computer network that uses more than one type of connecting technologies or topology. For example, home network that uses both Wi-Fi and internet cables to connect a computer. For developers, describes configurations combining virtual and physical collected assets. For example, a mostly virtualized environment that requires physical servers. This offers an integrated set of developer environment that a developer can tap to build their applications without having any clue about what is going on underneath the service, which means that in terms of integrated set of developer environment will be built the main structure that they plan physical assets as for the server will help developer to settle the rest of the system. SaaS a service, which is software as a service, is a software distributions model in which applications are hosted by a vendor or service provider and made available to customers that internet. The information security officers will need to consider various methods of securing software as a service applications and benefits of commercially licensed internally operated software without the associated complexity. The above is to ensure that customer information is not disclosed to other outsiders. Resources. The elastic resources pool are that cause analysis a lot more complicated than regular data centers. SaaS cloud provider, the cost of developing multi-tenancy within their offering can be very substantial. They need to weigh up the trade-off between the provision of multi-tenancy and the cost savings yielded by multi-tenancy, such as reduced overhead through amortization, reduced number of on-site software license. In this phrase, elastic resources pool, which describe a situation in which a providers serve multiple client customers or tenants with provisional and scalable services. This service can be adjusted to suit each client's need without any changes being apparent to the client or end user. Thank you, and I'll pass it to Kheshika.
Okay. For Article 2, an analysis security issue for cloud computing. Okay, next slide. The first one, the merge of modernization era has introduced cloud computing as one of the ideal platform for virtual data storage. Example of store data such as document, image, audio, or video. User can access the data using any computer or other mobile device using internet access, like private cloud, public cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. Okay, the second paragraph. Security has been a major concern on cloud computing. This platform is relatively new computing model and people are still uncertain on its security in many levels, like limited visibility into network operation when moving workload and access to the cloud. Organization forfeit a certain level of visibility into network operation. This is because the responsibility of managing some of the system and policies shift to the cloud service provider. Okay, the next, security control in cloud computing are not different than security control in any IT environment. Cloud providers must ensure that customer will continue to have the same security and privacy control or their application and services. Like preventative to address vulnerabilities in cloud computing, in cloud system, sorry, my mistake. Detective to detect and attack before it an attack before it manifests as full-blown breach. The major risk relates to cloud computing is the external data storage area. The cloud consists of many specific features and people can store a large scale of data virtually, like data privacy, lack of control, shared servers. Last paragraph, cloud providers should ensure and convince their customer. Cloud computing may present different risks to any organization than traditional IT solution, such as how do you convince customer to use the cloud. MSP should focus on offering a few simple changes, such as cloud email service as opposed to suggesting a complete migration. Okay, I'm passed to Kheshika.
So, hi. So, the evidence is they must provide evidence that their organization are secure and can meet their service level agreements and can prove compliance to auditors. Attackers have been using the web to compromise users' computers and perform malicious activities such as steal sensitive data. And the second one is hackers. Hackers can use cloud to organize botnet as cloud often provides more reliable infrastructure services at a relatively cheaper price from them to start an attack. And the third one, multi-tenancy. The multi-tenancy model and pool computing resources in cloud computing have introduced new cybersecurity challenges. This will totally be a great benefit for hackers. The analysis cloud consumers must consider the trade-off amongst computation, communication, and integration. And the attacks is about traditional security solutions do not effectively protect it from attacks, so reproaches are necessary in terms of the security. Cloud computing has introduced new security challenges that require novel techniques to tackle. The next slide, please. So the lastly, conclusion. Despite the security threats that are mentioned in the cloud computing are present in traditional computing model, they are more efficient in the cloud computing. However, it also raises some security problems which may slow down its use. Understanding what vulnerabilities exist in cloud computing will help organizations to make the shift towards the cloud. Despite the security threats that are mentioned in the cloud computing are present in traditional computing model that are more efficient in the cloud computing. There are many research conducted with reference to security issues of the cloud computing. So I will pass it to my next person.
Okay, thank you, Kheshika. So this is our team. Next slide. Okay, so this is our team. I, as a leader of this group, Yong and Aleya, assistant about admin search in the article 1 and article 2. So Kheshika helped me do a PowerPoint. So Daniel and Vicky searching a point of report. So thank you guys. So next slide. So thank you. Do you have any question? Can ask me or my friends. Thank you, Miss, and thank you, my friend. Thank you.